thinking of colonized people and their inability to break out of that, until we get past a certain mindset. So, and of course, we talk about the redemptive psychological qualities of violence in response to oppression. So that's why I like a lot of the young radicals like him, because he talked about a violent resistance to oppression. John Chilembwe, Malawi, is another one who was in the U.S. a long time, studying theology and this kind of thing. Got back to Zimbabwe, and of course the British hadn't changed, even though he had studied all the wonderful ethics that they wrote on paper. But they turned out to be the same people they were when they gave him the Bible. So he had to get back and fight for his land and his people. That's right. Sekou Toure, when the French basically came out of the colonial times, they were saying, look, everybody who wants to be a member of the French community, sign here. And every African country who was colonized by France signed on, with the exception of Guinea. Sekou Toure said thanks but no thanks. As a response, the French tried to isolate him, physically destroy the infrastructure of his country before they left. But he hung in there because he was basically trying to change the consciousness of the people. And in a way, he went a long way in doing it. He also took Nkrumah in when Nkrumah was forced out of power in Ghana. Took him as a co-president there in Guinea. That's the great Sekou Toure. Now, Mr. Sarah, some of you may have heard of Negritude, a literary African literary movement. Writing, not just the writing, but the arts, the poetry, the plays, all of these things. Instead of trying to imitate the French or fit into the French, structure, we're just breaking free and saying, no, this is how Africans think. This is how we write. Here's how we express ourselves with literary traditions. He's from Martinique, great poet, writer. If you get a chance, one of the translated work, Discourse on Colonialism, was really, really, I consider it a great work. That's there. And that was Leopold Senghor from Senegal, who was also part of this movement, along with Damas, also out of Caribbean. Samoury Touré, this is another example where I was talking about sometimes when you are fighting and you're taking over other areas and expanding your empire, but the result of expanding the empire is making you a bit more powerful, a good deal more powerful, in this case against the French. So he resisted the French by far more effectively than anyone else. There's not even, I can't think of anyone else who was able to resist him as long and as effectively as Samoury Touré. Now they said he was related, a grand uncle or something to Sekou Touré. Then we got Kwame Touré. Now Kwame Touré was the old Stokely Carmichael. When we grew up, Black Power, Stokely Carmichael, that was the guy who we were always looking up to. Of course, he moved to Guinea. He was born in Trinidad. He moved to Guinea. I think he went to Howard, actually. If I'm not mistaken, I have to look that up again. But anyway, he went to Guinea, changed his name to Kwame Touré because he had Kwame from Kwame Nkrumah and then Touré from Sekou Touré. So he put together Kwame Touré. Sometimes you see the O, sometimes you don't. That's what it was. He was married, as I mentioned, to Mary Makeba for quite some time when she was living in Guinea with him. But for us, he was the Black Power, the face of Black Power and face of Black nationalism in America, like when I was a kid